Hello there, I hope you're extremely well today. And here I am showing you a few ways to style the Floral Footnotes box, accompanied by some very funky jazz. So I'm starting off with our classic vase, and you want to fill it about a third full with room temperature water, put in your flower food, and then in I'm going with my teddy bear sunflowers. Now you may get a slightly different type to this, but these ones are rather nice and fluffy. So I'm creating an even triangle with them, and then I'm filling the gaps with my alstroemeria, and that creates a lovely structural sort of stem grid with the stems in the vase. You can see that nice triangle shape. I'm adding my eucalyptus in amongst all of that, and this is creating a really strong base which will allow other flowers to stand upright, which you can now see with the lilies that arrive tightly closed, as will your gladioli. Your gladioli flowers will open from the bottom to the top, and you can tuck them in amongst the other stems and they'll stand upright very easily. I'm finishing off with this glorious crocosmia, which is one of my favourites. That looks great, look at it, woo! Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to arrange it a little more asymmetrically, and I'm using the FREDDIE'S flowers cut down vase for this, and I'm going to group my teddy bear sunflowers all together, creating a kind of dollop of colour, and then I'm going to balance that on the other side with some eucalyptus that's going to kind of hang down. And then alstroemeria a little more centrally, and my gladioli, really tall on the left, and then the eucalyptus shorter on the right, with some crocosmia in the middle, and you just get something that looks a little more of a kind of S shape, so just a slightly different shape. And finally, onto my bud vases. I've got a range of 5 different glass vases, all at different heights. Again, fill them about a third full, maybe a bit more. And then I'm just gonna mix up all of my different flowers to all different heights. I've got some gladioli in there. Again, they'll open from the bottom to the top. Put my sunflowers in there as well. I'm not gonna use all of the stems from the arrangement because it's not actually necessary, but the key tip is to keep all of your stems at lots of different heights, and also the bud vases will help that as well because they're different. So I've used some lateral stems from my eucalyptus, teddy bear sunflowers and gladioli, and that'll look great.